Hello, dear children. Let's continue the next part of the lesson. The lesson name is The Collectors. We'll recapitulate what we have studied. So, till now, we came to know that children and teachers they got stuck in a house where teachers were drugged. So, one of the boy named Pete observes that the teachers were not moving at all. They were sitting quiet, they were sitting still. And in front of them, Mr. and Mrs. Brown were talking a kind of language. It was only a hissing and clicking sound. So this made Pete to get strange, get worried about the teachers. So here, this is not only the thing, children. The children who were standing in the kitchen, they were curious. They were opening the doors of the cupboards. They were inquiring. They were searching. So while searching, they came to know in one of the cupboard there was a large equipment, and that made the children to get curious again. A kind of detectiveness they were doing. So as soon as they got to know that Mr. and Mrs. Brown are not like normal human beings, means before they had observed that Mrs. Brown was having seven fingers, and even the eyes of the Mrs. Brown were not like normal human beings. She was not having the black center in her eyes. So all these proofs made the children to believe that these the owners who are there in the house are not human beings, normal human beings. So Glenn and Wayne got worried. Glenn and Wayne wanted to get out of that house as soon as possible. So when Mr. and Mrs. Brown entered into the kitchen, Glenn and Wayne were ready to rush out from that house. So hurriedly, what they did, they just rushed to the front door. This was observed by Mrs. Brown, and with one armed, she pushed them. Then what happened? Glenn and Wayne they went on flying and they fell in front of them in up on the opposite side. This is what here up to till now we studied this much. Later what happens? Let's see, children. He and Wayne make a rush for the door. One armed Mrs. Brown brushes them away. They are sent flying across the kitchen. This is what just now I told you. Mr. Brown, stop that. We don't want any of you damaged, and either of us alone is more than a match of any five feeble earth children. So, after saying that, Mrs. Brown just pushed them with one arm. Mr. Brown said to stop it. Why? Because they don't want to damage the children, they don't want to hurt the children. So, he warned them. He warned by saying that they are having the strength of five children, means the children are very weak in front of them. Individually if the children are trying to fight with them, it is useless. Why? Because the aliens consider themselves as they are equivalent to five children, they are having that much strength. So he says here, Mr. Brown says that we are equal to more than, not equal to, he says more than a match of any five feeble means weak, any five weak children, earth children. Carol, if you try to keep us here, the police will come looking for us. So, after listening to Mr. Brown, Carol says that yes, if you want to make us to stay here, then police will come in search of us. Mr. Brown, will they? They won't find you. You are going away. Tracy, no, where are you taking us? Mrs. Brown, shall I tell them? Mr. Brown, why not? It might calm them to know there is no avoiding their fate. So Carol says that police may come to look them, take them. It was quite a funny statement given by Carol children. Why? Because Mr. Brown was so sure that they are not going to stay there. As soon as they capture children and teachers, they want to leave that place with their spaceship. So he says here, Will they means it is considered to prefer to police. They won't find you. Police will not find the children and the teachers. Why? Because the spaceship, the house, it is a spaceship, children. So the house will disappear. Even the aliens will disappear within a flash of second, within a fraction of second. So they say here, they are not going to find you. We are going away. When Mr. Brown said that they are going away, Tracy got shocked. So she asked, where you are taking us? Mrs. Brown said, shall I tell them? Mr. Brown, yes. He said to Mrs. Brown that yes, it is better to tell to children where we are taking them. Mrs. Brown, we are taking you to our home planet. Glenn, home planet? Carol, you are not from Earth, you are aliens. Mr. Brown, exactly. When? But you are human. You look human. Mrs. Brown, we can take on any shape we wish for a time. So can our spaceship. Mr. Brown, at the moment, as you have seen, it looks like an earth house, very useful for our mission. Mrs. Brown, in a few moments we shall convert it to a spaceship again and return to our normal shape. Mr. Brown, so you had better drink. It will make the shock of takeoff easier for you. Mrs. Brown reveals the secret. So she says that they are taking the children to their home planet. Means Mr. and Mrs. Brown are not belonging to our home planet, children. Which is our home planet? Our home planet is Earth. So those two persons, Mr. and Mrs. Browns, are not belonging to our Earth. Glenn got worried. He said, home planet. So which is your home planet? You are not from Earth. Carol also said. So who they are, children? They are aliens. So Mr. and Mrs. Brown finally they says the truth. They tells the truth that they are aliens. And they makes clear that as soon as they capture all children and teachers, they will disappear. They will leave the earth. Means within a fraction of second, they will convert the house into spaceship and they will come to their real image. Means what kind of image they have taken? They have taken the image of human beings. So they will come to their real image, how the aliens look. So they wanted the children to drink, to have a drink, children. Some kind of soft drinks they had brought so that the children should not get shock when the spaceship goes very fast. Tracy, but you must not take us. You can't. Mr. Brown, how wrong you are. Wayne, but why us? Why pick on us? Mrs. Brown, you were available. We collect creatures from other worlds like you. Carol, why? What for? Mr. Brown, for experiment and scientific study, you will be useful to us. Pete, oh no, we won't. See, children were curious to know why, particularly, Mr. and Mrs. Brown are capturing them. It was not the matter of children, actually. Only Mr. and Mrs. Brown were coming in search of humans. And whoever they found, creatures, they are mentioning here, we can see, children, we collect creatures from other worlds like you. It is not particularly they are collecting Carol, they are collecting Pete or Wayne. Just they were available. Here, Mr. and Mrs. Brown, they are clarifying. Why? What they are clarifying, children? They are clarifying that the children and the teachers were available, so they are capturing them. And what for they are capturing them? For scientific study and experiment. So they carry the creatures from other planets to their home planet for scientific study and for experiments. It was very quiet and weird thing, children. Pete, he wondered. Oh no, he said. Flinging the cupboard door open, Pete holds up the walking stick two-handed. As soon as Pete came to know that they are taken to other home planet for scientific study and experiment, he just opened the big cupboard door and he held a stick in his hand by two hands, just in a position like to beat children. Come on, one step nearer, I smashed this equipment. See, he started to warn Mr. and Mrs. Brown that if Mr. and Mrs. Brown, if they take a step ahead, he will smash that electronic equipment. Mr. Brown, he got worried. He said, "No, Mrs. Brown, do nothing yet. Too dangerous. Pete, grab a chair, Glenn, and come over here. If this so much as move, smash all this." Glenn, right. See, Pete was not only alone to stand there, he just instructed Glenn also. He instructed Glenn to take a chair in his hand and to accompany him. Just they are warning children. It is a kind of blackmail. Who are blackmailing? Pete and Glenn and blackmailing. To whom they are blackmailing? Mr. and Mrs. Brown. So that they should not take them to other home planets, to their home planets. They wanted to escape from that house. It is not a house actually. It is a spaceship. So what happens here? What is the situation going on? Pete and Glenn are standing in front of electronic equipment and they are warning Mr. and Mrs. Brown. What they are warning? Not to do anything. He joins Pete with the chair raised and ready. "Mr. Brown, smash any parts of those panels and you can kill us all." "Pete, I will take that chance." "Carol, you and the rest get near that outer door." "Carol, yes, come on, you lot, quick." So, after seeing Glenn and Pete standing in front of that electronic equipment, Mr. Brown says, "If you smash that electronic equipment, you are going to kill all of us." Maybe it happens, children. If they smash it, it blows, it seems. It blows like bomb blast. So he warns them, if you are going to break those panels, you are not going to leave. You are going to kill all of us with you. For this, Pete answers, "Yes, I will take a chance." That means he is very much strong now. He is very much brave. He want to take a risk. He instructs Carol to go and stand near to the door. So following the order of Pete, she goes and stands near to the with her other friends. She goes and stands near to the door. All the children except Pete and Glenn cluster against the door to the outside. Only Pete and Glenn were left behind. All the other children, they stood near to the door. "Mr. Brown, they are only children. We can rush them. Attack." "Mrs. Brown, no, they are wild. Keep still." "Mr. Brown, we can't let this happen. Beaten by inferior creatures." "Mrs. Brown, we must. If they break any part of that equipment, we are stranded here on Earth. We can do no repairs here." See, after seeing Pete and Glenn behaving like that, Mr. and Mrs. Brown started to converse with each other. Mr. Brown said that they are only children. Why we are getting scared of those two children? Actually, here Mrs. Brown was right, children. See, Mrs. Brown observed that Pete and Glenn were very wild. Means they are very strong, courageous. They want to take risk also. So what happens if they not listen to the words of Pete and Glenn? They may break the electronic equipment. And it happens they may get stranded on the earth forever. See, only the electronic equipment is important because it operates the whole spaceship. And with only one button, they can disappear from the earth within fraction of second. So if that electronic equipment is damaged, what happens? No repair is done and nobody knows how to repair it. So that electronic equipment is very much important for them. So Mrs. Brown was trying her level best to calm down Pete and Glenn, whereas Mr. Brown was thinking them as very weak. Why we are getting scared of them, he was talking. Pete, you go and bring Mr. Hunt and the others out here. Mr. Brown, no. See, we can observe here Mr. Brown is behaving very stubborn. He not want to listen to any of the word of Pete and Glenn. Pete orders Mr. Brown to go and bring Mr. Hunt and other teachers, but here Mr. Brown says no. He refuses. Pete taps the panel with the stick and swings it back for a real blow. Again, Pete, what he does, he taps on the panel. He just beats. Only slowly he beats on equipment children. Again, he swings back the stick. Why he swings back? Because he wanted to beat on electronic equipment with a very hard force by applying his force. So by seeing that, Mrs. Brown got scared and she stops Pete. She says here, see, Mrs. Brown, go and fetch them. She instructs Mr. Brown to go and fetch the teachers. Mr. Brown goes out. Pete, you, how do we open the back door and the door in the porch? Mrs. Brown, yes, all right. It's that control down there on the left. It's marked with yellow light. Press it. Glenn, don't trust her, Pete. So when Mr. Brown goes out, Pete asks the button of the back door. Why? Because his friends were standing near to the door. So he wanted to help them. So he asks Mrs. Brown to tell the particular button. She says, she says that it is a yellow color button marked with yellow color near to control down there at the left side, she says. Then Glenn was suspicious that she may be telling a wrong button. So he says not to trust her. Glenn, don't trust her, Pete. Pete, I won't listen. If those doors don't open at once, Glenn and I start wrecking. So Pete listens to Glenn. Even he too wants to clarify. He too wants to make sure that he is pressing the right button. So he wants Mrs. Brown again. He says that if you are telling a wrong button to us, I and Glenn will start beating on this electronic equipment. Wrecking means destroying the things. Mrs. Brown, I am telling the truth. Press the control. Press it. Pete, watch her, Glenn. And if this is a trick, use that chair. Glenn, don't you worry, mate. Pete presses the control and the doors open. Carol, it's all right. Pete, it worked. See, Mrs. Brown was telling truth only. She was telling truth that the control button was right. So she says, yeah, it is true. That is the real button. Just press it. Then Pete, he just uh, tells Glenn to hold a chair and he presses the button. As soon as Pete presses the control button, the doors opened. Carol says to Pete that it worked. The buttons worked and doors opened. So Mr. Hunt, Miss Van, and Mrs. Jones, they came near to the two children. They were dazed. They were not conscious. They were not able to understand what is happening around them. Mr. Brown was behind them. Pete, help them. Get them outside and well away from the house. Wayne, what about you? Pete, don't worry. Get going. So Pete, after pressing a button, he tells other children to carry the teachers with them. So here Wayne gets worried about Pete. He says, what about you? So Pete ensures them that don't worry about them. Don't worry about them means about Pete and Glenn. Just he tells them to go out of that spaceship. The children helped the adults out through the back door, leaving Pete and Glenn facing Mr. and Mrs. Brown. So all the children, they accommodated the teachers with them and they left the spaceship. They were out of the house. Only who were left in the house, children? Pete and Glenn were left facing Mr. and Mrs. Brown. Glenn, what now, Pete? They will grab us as we run for it. Pete, no, they won't. I have got a plan. You go first. Glenn, not without you. Mrs. Brown, we underestimated these creatures. They were never so fierce before. Mr. Brown, they were all drugged before. Pete, go through that other door behind you and close it. Mr. Brown, and if we refuse, Pete, you will be very sorry. See, Glenn, he got scared now. He got frightened. Why? Because only two boys were left behind. So here, even Glenn wanted to come out of that house as soon as possible. So he just, by looking at the face of Pete, he says, "What now? Only we two have left, and these two aliens will grab us. They won't allow us to run out of this house." So for this, Pete answers that he has a plan, and for this you have to go. Means he instructs Glenn to go out first. Glenn refuses to go without Pete. He not want to leave his friend alone. When Pete and Glenn were conversing with them, Mrs. Brown, she said that she was telling to Mr. Brown that they have underestimated these children. Means they thought that the children are very weak, but the children were very smart. They were very clever and even courageous also. But here Mr. Brown was sure that they were drugged, but actually children were not drugged. Teachers were drugged. So afterwards, here Pete instructs Mr. and Mrs. Brown to go behind the door. Then Mr. Brown refuses again. Again, Pete warns them that they will be very sorry if they refuse to follow their order. He taps the panel again with a stick. See how Pete is warning them, children. By tapping the panel, he is warning them. Mrs. Brown, do as he says quickly. We have no choice. See, actually, they are not having a choice only. They have to listen to the words of Pete. Otherwise, what happens? Pete will destroy the equipment. Then they will not be having any kind of facility. They will not be having a person to repair that. So they will get stuck on the earth. The two aliens go out and close the door behind them. Pete, run for it. Glenn, now. Glenn, right. So after listening the order of Pete, both the aliens they went out of the door. They closed the door. As soon as they closed the door, Pete and Run they ran in a very fast way. Glenn and Pete dashed for the back door and disappeared through it. Now see. Afterwards, what happened? If Glenn and Pete were successful to come out of that house. Now, this is the last scene, children. Last scene of this lesson. What is the scene here? More land a little later. Means there is a land, empty land. There are no house. Uh, there are nobody else except teachers and the children. The whole party is sitting on the grass. It is neither raining nor foggy. The sun is out. See, now the weather is also very good. There is no rain also. There is no fog also. Before what happened? There was heavy rain. There was fog. And this all situation was created by aliens only. They had created it. They had made an illusion. That kind of illusion where the teachers and the children got uh, uh, stuck in their plan. They got fooled and they went in search of shelter because it was rainy, it was foggy. Mrs. Jones, I can't believe any of it. See, the teachers were not believing at all what happened with them. Carol, but you remember being drugged, miss? Don't you? See, Carol was reminding her. What she is reminding? Reminding her that they were drugged. Dawn, and all our anoraks were left in that house spaceship thing. See, Dawn was worried about the materials which are left in that spaceship. Glenn, and the house isn't there anymore. See, Glenn was observing where the house is. The house was not there. It was not visible. Why? Because it has gone. Pete just vanished in a soundless flash. See, as soon as Glenn and Pete came out of that house, it just vanished. Soundless means it was so fast, children, they were not able to see at all within a flash. Miss Van, I know, but it's mad. It's incredible. Mr. Hunt, we have to report it. Miss Van, don't be silly. How can we? It will sound utter nonsense. Mr. Hunt wanted to report it, but Miss Van, she said it's a mad, it's a incredible. It will be silly if we tell others that we got stuck in a spaceship. Means it is nonsense thing, she says. Mr. Hunt, people disappear. Maybe they were collected as we were. Surely we have got to tell the story, believable or not, as a warning. Mr. Hunt wanted to tell their story, their experience. Why? Because he want to warn others. Maybe he had come to know that before them, some of the human beings were disappearing. And why they were disappearing? These collectors were coming and collecting them. So the human beings were disappearing. It was this experience means this situation got happened with them children. So Mr. Hunt came to know why human beings were disappearing, why the people were disappearing. So it is a kind of warning. If he shares his story with others, so people will get aware. They will not get fooled by these creatures, by these collectors. Wayne, it will sound crazy. Tracy, I don't want people thinking I'm potty. See, Wayne and Tracy said that it is a crazy thing to share our experience with others. Tracy said that they will think us mad. Mrs. Jones, I agree, say nothing. Mr. Hunt, I don't know, swear everybody to secrecy. Anyway, I am cold. Let's get on down to the village. Take it over as we go, The party moves off arguing. Then Mrs. Jones says that yes, it is not right to say what happened with us. The people will not believe. People will say that we are mad. We got out of our mind. So after listening all this conversation, Mr. Hunt says that it is right. Okay, then we have to keep this experience very secret. Then he warns others also not to tell to others. Then he says, let's move on to the village. So what happened here lastly? All together they are going to village now, arguing with them whether to say or not, whether to share or not, how to keep the secret. This is all about the lesson collectors children. I hope you have enjoyed this lesson. And this lesson is one of my favorite lesson in this ninth syllabus. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in WhatsApp group. The meet you in the next session. Take care of yourself. Thank you.